Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the 2022 Ohsweken Speedway Banquet. How about a big round of applause to welcome everybody here tonight and everybody watching at home live. For those of you wondering, we are live on G-Force TV this year. As you know, we did every race live, so we felt it only made sense to let our at-home viewers take part in tonight's celebration. It's an amazing crowd we've got here tonight. This is the largest banquet in the history of Ohsweken Speedway. 612 of you here tonight. How about a round of applause for that? At this moment, we'd like to take a moment and talk about some folks who should be here with us tonight. As you know, racing's become a family, and the biggest thing we've taken from this is friendship, and a lot of us have become family. Since we last had a banquet here, you know, a lot of the folks come to mind, folks we've lost, and it seems this type of year seems to be the worst. So before we get any further, please let me ask everybody to be safe and take care of everybody you love in the off season, because it's a very important job, and we need everybody back year after year. First off, we want to recognize Vera Stiers. Vera was a huge part of what we did here at the Speedway. She gave Glenn the land to build our playground, and Vera is a huge part of what we do and what we miss now. For those of you who never got the chance to grace the front gate, Vera was there for 20 plus years, greeting everybody and making sure the girls up there took care of everybody and the fans. And Vera is dearly missed by not only the Stiers family, but all the staff and all the fans and everybody. So Vera, you're forever in our hearts. Unfortunately, in the history of Ohsweken Speedway, we've had the tragedy to lose some drivers that were very close to us. You know, from the early days of Art Hill to Brock Leonard, one of our officials, to most recently Adam Nye, Abel Castelline, the list goes on, and I'm sure I'm leaving some out. Most recently, we lost one dear to us, young Noel Teal.
Colorado. I helped out with Hills Racing down in Texas, so it was super fun and learned a bit from Alex and Hills Racing down there, and now I'm back here, first time at the track. I'm super excited, love being racing, can't wait for the season to start. It's been a long off season, way too long. I hope we get a lot of races this season. I really want to get to Ohsweken. I miss Ohsweken so much. That track is just, my favorite. The banking and how big that track is. Like, going over that banking and getting on that track is the best feeling. So I can't wait to get back there. Yeah. Fred?
What were we racing for, 10?
Yeah, I don't know. Something like that.
Hang on. You're recording?
No. Yep.
Okay.
I don't know, it's the adrenaline, the friend group, it's just everything about racing is amazing. I love the adrenaline of driving the car around the track, trying to figure out the fastest line, getting better with every week. Also, just the friend group and the community at the Speedway, everyone is so amazing, like, to talk to. There's such great people. I don't know, it's just everything about it.
So I've been racing for, I forget, 8 years now. I started when I was 9 years old, and I'm 17 now. So, yeah.
I wouldn't miss this for the world. Like, I just keep flying back and coming back to here. Like, I couldn't imagine racing anywhere other than Ohsweken every year. Like, because that's where I grew up, home track. I just, like, love being there. I was so sad that we never hit the track last year.
You were running a line that nobody else could run. I'm just, like, watching you run that. I'm like, why can't I run that?
There was a rut.
There was a little rut there?
That was hitting that.
Okay, well, you'll be seeing me in that rut now.
you can understand, with heavy hearts, we'd like to welcome the Teal family here tonight. I know it means a lot to us to have you folks here. Thank you for coming out. But if I know Noelle and Vera, they wouldn't want us sitting around being sad for them. They'd want us to get out, talk about all the great things that happened in the celebrations we had this year. Let's take a look at some of the clips that were put together by our friends, the Friday Night Thunder crew, and Push to Start, Laura, and all her crew over there. Thank you so much for what you did. Let's look at some of the happy times at Ohsweken in 2022.
Welcome, race fans, back to Ohsweken Speedway. 993 days later, we're finally back. Scott Kruder picked up the final win back in 2019 in the Canadian Sprint Car Nationals, and that seems like an eternity ago.
This place is gorgeous. It is ready for action.
What I love about Ohsweken Speedway is it's just wide open throttle. Just put it to the floor and work your wheel, and if your setup's right, you're going to have fun.
Think you have it figured out. You get thrown for a loop. The track is a little bit different, or the car is a little bit different. This is the exciting thing about dirt racing.
At the field from Ohsweken, the 420 is Victor Bomberry. Welcome to Great Sprint Car Racing, Victor Bomberry.
So there's some of the images. How about it? What a great season we had. It was pretty awesome. It was great to be back at the Speedway after a couple of seasons off, and how cool is it to be here with everybody tonight? It feels like we're getting back to it. I'd like to take a moment and ask all our staff to stand up. We have such great staff, and I talked to Glenn earlier and I said if we start naming them, we're going to be in trouble because we have an amazing staff. If you work in any part of the Speedway, please stand up. How about a big round of applause for everybody who puts on their Friday nights to make our racing better. I gotta tell you, one of the best compliments I get as manager is everybody raves about how polite our staff is, and that's a huge thing when you're trying to run a customer-based business like we are. So thank you to all our staff. You guys know what a great team we have. We have a great time every Friday and every special event, and everybody puts in their best, and we thank you, everybody, for what you do for the Speedway. At this point in time, we'd like to welcome some sponsors who are here with us tonight. We do have over $100,000 to give away tonight, which is amazing. And that's all off the back of our amazing sponsors. So we really appreciate everybody here. So we're going to welcome some of them to the front now to come up and get their awards. If you're here with us tonight, come on up to the front. Pinty's has been a huge deal for us. We want to thank everybody from Pinty's for what they've done. Burger Barn, of course, Jay, Celeste, and everything they do. Dan, Trish, and everybody over at Nitro 54 Variety. Casey and Robert Meyer at Case IH and O'Neill's Farm and Garden. We appreciate them. Everybody over at Cool Kids. And if I've called your name, come on up to the front. Core Pack Merchandising, John and his staff. Everybody over at Middleport Mechanical. HRW Automotive. Our divisional sponsors, we thank you what you guys do for us too. Of course, we'd be remiss to forget Strickland's, Renway Energy, Ackland Insurance, Gail's Auto Aftermarket. Now, Gail's watching at home. Gail doesn't get out to the race anymore, but he gets to watch us every week live. So, Gail, hope you're watching, buddy. Jibs Action Sports, Miska Trailer, Epic Racewear, Oakwood Transport, Club 54, and Mighty Wipes. If any of you folks are here, come on up to the front now. We'd like to have you up and get your awards. And at this time, I'd like to welcome Glenn Stiers to the podium to say a couple words for us as we give our sponsors their awards.
Good evening, everybody. First of all, I want to thank Carmen's for the amazing facility that they've given us tonight, and the decor and the food, everything spectacular. So again, big round of applause for Carmen's. So it takes a lot of work to put an event on like this, and very, very tedious, something that I'm not very skilled at. So I got to thank Tina and her crew for taking care and managing, setting up all the tables, and making sure that everything's in place for tonight. So big round of applause for Tina and her family. And again, Clinton, he has a big team, and he's setting all this up, organized all the trophies. When we come here the last time, or I seen him this afternoon, he said, the last time we had a banquet, you brought a bunch of trophies with no names on it, and you said, here, go put the names on them. So he's a little bit more organized than me. So again, thank you, Clinton and the team. Again, a big round of applause for him. I know Clinton already thanked everybody, like my front gate, back gate, concessions. I just want to thank you guys again. We were off for 2 years. We got back at it. It was like we never skipped a beat. We were in full force and 100%. And again, I want to thank you guys all for that. My track maintenance crew, another big part. Ziggy did an amazing job this year, incredible. I had new people, Broden and Chantel, helping me. They can jump in any machine and do anything that I need at any time. And I'm telling you, sometimes we were there till midnight. And again, thank all of my track maintenance staff for maintaining the track and working extra hours. And we all had each other's back, and we got the job done. And I want to tell you, if you've seen anything on Facebook with the stuff we've been doing to the track, I dug off all the topsoil that contaminated the track. The last time I had work done on the track, I didn't stay there the whole time. I just kind of assumed that it was going to get done the way I wanted. It didn't. This time, I stayed there the whole time. We dug the whole track down 3 feet. We're back down to the original surface. The track's going to be probably incredible. I'm going to predict that we're not going to eat up tires like we did this last few years. So, again, I'm really excited for this year. The 3 feet that we took down is going to, I'm hoping, keep people off the wall. You know, we had guys running into the wall, tumbling down the wall, and getting over the wall. I think I solved that problem, and I'm really, really hoping I did, and I'm confident that I did. So, again, the construction company that was there did a phenomenal job, and again, I can't wait. And I guess that's pretty much it. One last thing. Team GSR, the guys built this brand new car out there. The second one should be done next Friday. Within the next couple of weeks, we should be able to start producing 1, maybe 2 a week. And again, a big round of applause for my team that they're putting in big hours to try and get us a Canadian-based sprint car facility. And another person that's on board is Terry Vince from Competition Engines. We have a meeting tomorrow with Yates Racing, where the new GSR building that's in front of Steyer's Gas Bar, we are going to go with a full-blown, hopefully we get the rights to do the NASCAR engines. I believe that it's going to happen, and I'm confident that we're going to be able to get that done. And again, it's another big project, but my whole goal is to help all of the racers, not only at our track, but all the surrounding tracks, not have to go over the border. I want to be able to do that part and provide a service in Canada so that you can just come to us and we'll do all of that work. I know it's expensive. I've done it for 25 years. It's really hard to do long distance engine building and delivering it and picking it up and bringing it back. So my job from this point on is trying to really save the racers money and make it more efficient, economical, and keep you guys racing and on a track as much as I can. So that's pretty much it for now. And I want to hand the mic over to Clint, and he'll cover anything that I missed. Thank you again tonight, and have a good night.
You took notes and did your homework. You get an A for your homework, Glenn. You brought your notepad and you actually wrote a script tonight, and I'm impressed.
So you reduced me down to
it's just
4
scribbles
pages to 1 page.
I told you don't say names. You're going to leave somebody out and be in trouble. Keep it generic. How about a hand for Glenn, though? He lets us play in his backyard. Glenn, the best owner we could ever ask for. Thank you. Well, I get to have fun on the microphone, but as you guys know, we've been live on G-Force, and I hope you guys are feeling the benefits of G-Force TV. How about a hand for all our G-Force crew here tonight? They've done an amazing job in the season. And I really hope you guys are feeling the benefits with your sponsors and your family and folks that don't get out to the races. I know we have opened up our door to a whole new audience. And my friend Tony Spiteri at Pinty's, well, now he's the president of NASCAR Canada, but he used to tell me, you know, you're really making it a destination place, and I think if anybody comes to Southern Ontario and they're a race fan, they're going to stop by Ohsweken Speedway after watching. We saw that once this year. We had a couple come up from Fairport, New York, which is 4 hours away. They had signs said we watch every week on G-Force and had to come check it out. So we are reaching the masses, and once again, want to welcome everybody watching live at home tonight. If you can't be with us, we wish you could. As I mentioned, I get to host the microphone, but I got 2 other gentlemen who do a great job with us. Let me introduce you to our other co-hosts for the night. The comic stylings of Greg Callan and Adam Ross, who keep us laughing when we're not racing all year long. Welcome to the podium, guys.
Hey, boss.
We on here, Spencer? I just want to thank you, Clint, for not bringing us up for the opening. We got to eat our dessert. How about that dessert, guys? Was that
never get dessert.
Adam was trying to stick his face down inside that little jar there. Boy.
Just had to make sure I had to get to the finish line. we were under a time constraint.
All right, so perfect attendance, Adam. These are all the drivers that made it every week, and there's a ton of them, and they're going to get a free driver's membership pass. So great accomplishment here. Look at this list. What do you want to do? I'll start with the 360s.
Sure.
And you can go to the crate. So first
start with the short list, Greg. You do that.
Exactly. I always go to the short list. Here we go. For the Cool Kids Ice and Water Core Pack Merchandising Sprint Cars, Jake Brown, Mitch Brown, DJ Christie, Jacob Dykstra, Sean Evans, Josh Hansen, Bailey Hurd, Liam Martin, Holly Porter, Nick Sheridan, Aaron Turkey, Corey Turner, Jamie Turner, and I'm assuming that's Ryan Turner. Yes, Ryan Turner. So 14 drivers, perfect attendance this year for the 360s. Drivers, come on down and get your membership cards.
Now, we should mention before things get started, we've got a couple lovely trophy people tonight.
Lovely?
Well, I mean, what do you
Harper
call
is.
Doug Leonard? He's a sidekick. He's the side piece for Harper tonight. Harper's doing the heavy lifting over here. So when you hear your name, come on up, folks. We are going to go to the crate sprint division, and there's a lot of you. 67 drivers this year had perfect attendance through the 4 divisions. Most tracks in Canada aren't drawing 67 cars, let alone have 67 competitors that are committed and showing up each and every week. So here we go. Jesse Costa, Alan Downey, Darren Dryden, Lance Erskine, Ryan Fraser, Eric Gledhill, Joshua Hill, Matt Hill, Travis Hofstetter, Steve Murdoch, Brian Nanakoke, Rob Neely, Tyler Paulus, Seth Roy, Lucas Smith, Brett Stratford, Ashton Van Every, Tyler Ward, and Trevor Young.
All right, next up, our Thunderstock division brought to you by Middleport Mechanical. Perfect attendance drivers Kyle Andrus, Dave Bailey, Ryan Beagle, Trevor DeBoer, Mark Fawcett, Christopher Hale, Casey Huffman, Mike Klazinga, Jim Lampman, Donnie Lampman, Ron Logie, Melissa Miller, Tim Phelan, Logan Schwedick, Go Fast Teeple, Mike Thorne, and Kyle Wirt.
Pretty good. Okay, before we get into it.
Hey, listen, we got a script. We follow the script. Clinton Jeffrey, what are you doing?
I'm going to give away a couple of Miska free trailers right now. How about that? So Miska Trailer Factory has been a huge supporter of us for the past couple of years. Mini stock and Thunderstock drivers with perfect attendance are entered in this envelope for a free open car hauler. And Doug, why don't you come over since you work at Miska and draw one of these? Harper.
Do 2 things at once, Doug.
We're going to try. Greg, you get to pick. This is our Thunders with perfect attendance for a new trailer. Go ahead.
Logan Schwedick.
Logan Schwedick, you win a brand new trailer courtesy of Miska Trailer Factory. Hold on, buddy. Did you get your card from Doug?
His car won't even fit on that.
All right. Mini stocks with perfect attendance. Greg, reach in there, pull out one more winner, or Adam. Mini stocks with perfect attendance for a brand new Miska trailer.
Jason Tolton.
Jason Tolton wins a brand new trailer from Miska Trailer Factory.
Is he going to have a new car to go on this?
So let's call up the mini stock drivers who had perfect attendance this year, starting with Tristan De Silva, Dusty DeBoer, Tim DeBoer, Ashton Dickey, Jeff Elsliger, Nick Erskine, Christopher French, Mike Giberson, Ryan Hiller, Tyler LaFantasy, Paul Longboat, Fabio Oliveri, Mike Serentakos, Wade Thorne, Jason Tolton, Rob Twitchett, and Eric York. It's funny how the noise coming from the tables is directly proportional to the tables that had shots earlier on, and later on, and more recently. We're just jealous.
Hard luck. Explain what hard luck award is.
All right. first of our specialty awards tonight. And we'll start things off with a Hard Luck Award, Adam. And every year, there's a group of us that are in on the polling to decide on who gets to be these specialty award winners. And I'll tell you what, there's a lot of big discussions that come out of these as well on who is who and who we're going to pick. And hard luck, sometimes they're pretty obvious.
The worst luck is the driver who didn't do bad enough to win hard luck, but still had a pretty bad season or bad moment. So I always feel bad for that. But more importantly than having hard luck throughout the year, it's the fact that you have hard luck, but you keep coming back week after week. You overcome that, and you keep coming back to suffer again the next Friday.
And these are the drivers that did that so well this year. First up in the HRW Automotive Mini Stocks, this guy had a couple of really bad crashes this year. He did cap things off in a good way at the end of the season. But our Hard Luck Award winner for the Mini Stocks was Tristan De Silva. Tristan took two of maybe the hardest crashes in the Mini Stocks this year, did he not?
And then came back and won.
And that's what it's all about.
Another driver who seemed to be a magnet to problems on the racetrack.
Now, if you believe in an announcer's jinx, I think we played a part in this, guys.
I don't believe in the announcer's jinx. I don't buy into that sort of thing. But the winner of the Hard Luck Award Jeez Louise.
Spit it out, buddy.
The winner of the Hard Luck Award in the Thunderstocks is Mike Thorne.
Mikey Bobby, come on down. Now, it's hard to believe this guy won the Hard Luck Award, but the reason he got it, he had the most wins in the division for the Crate Sprint Cars, brought to you by Strickland's, by the way. But the reason he got this was because if it wasn't for all this bad luck, he may have been in that championship chase right at the very end. He was a very dominant driver all year for the Crate Sprint Cars this year. It's Double D, Darren Dryden.
And in the 360 sprints, I think part of what helped this driver win this award was the effort that they put into their social media leading up to how excited they were for 2022. And I don't think things happened quite the way they wanted. The winner of the Hard Luck Award in the 360 sprints is Travis Cunningham.
So we will remind all the drivers as you receive awards tonight, photographs are being taken out here. Stage, what's this? My left, your right. So if you're picking up an award, you want your photo taken, please go out there. And your award over there. We don't have any awards.
The other hard luck must have been where Travis Cunningham was sitting. He's got long legs, and it took him 10 minutes to get up here. Congratulations, sir. Can you hear us in the back all right?
Nobody says
no.
All right.
Turn it up. Spencer.
You guys got to get your mics closer a bit.
Well, how much closer do you want it, Clinton? Right there? Okay.
Wow. That's an image. I never need to see that again.
All right.
What flavor's your microphone?
Saliva.
On to the next award now. Dedication to racing. And in our mini stock division, well, this team is dedicated all around the province, are they not?
Yeah.
Thorn Motorsports, dedication to racing. Those were some busy weekends for Thorn Motorsports.
Yeah, racing Ohsweken Friday, having the rental program, which had the best contract in all of racing. You've got to agree to send it. And then hauling up to Sauble Speedway most Saturdays to go racing up there. So, die-hard team, congratulations to Wade and the rest of Thorn Motorsports. In the Thunderstocks, the Dedication to Racing Award goes to a driver who actually continually keeps on improving his program. Go Fast Teeple.
I'd say his paint scheme gets the most compliments on GeForce on the live stream.
Gets the most confusion as
Is it
well.
plaid, tartan? What do we call that?
I think tartan is what we settled on.
Can I jump in for a minute? Just want to make a note that these votes, all these awards are voted on by about 9 members of the staff. And why TPA was chosen is every night of the week, whether it be Friday, Saturday, Sunday, makes all 3 shows super dedicated to making it race. So that's the reason there.
Up next in the Strickland Crate Sprint Car Division, they're probably the most entertaining as well, not just dedicated to racing. For the Friday Night Thunder crew, they'll know. And it goes to the Hills Brothers.
Again, I can speak, multiple nights of the year they came to me, whether it was lacrosse giveaway, bike night. The Hills Brothers are always doing what they can, and we really appreciate what they do to push things forward. I mean, along with them and Brando, I think we gave away 100 lacrosse sticks to some kids, which is amazing. And it shows it's more than just going in circles.
And if you watch Friday Night Thunder, they're not dedicated enough to bring their own parts or fuel to the track, but they're dedicated to the sport. And that's the most serious hill I've ever seen.
You want to say something, Matt?
Yeah, I brought some Noel Teal stickers too for the crate division.
Awesome.
And again, dedicating racing, brought some Noel Steele stickers for everybody in his division. So there, just shows it.
In the 360 Sprint Division, this one needs no introduction whatsoever with the amount of support they give so many different drivers. Dedication to racing in the 360 Sprints goes to Glenn Stiers. And Glenn alluded to it in his speech earlier on. His misstep was he said at the last banquet, but it was actually 20, 25 years ago, going back to the 90s, when it came banquet time and Clinton and I were brand new announcers. 1998. The banquet then was in Ancaster. Much smaller venue than we've got here tonight. I need to unload a whole bunch of trophies and set them on the table. Okay, guys, there's the trophies. Give them away. Not a name on any trophy. So there's Clint and I at dinner going, okay, best appearing car, mini stocks. Who was there? Okay, and going down the list. And this actually happened for a couple of years till we finally got to a point where we do it by committee. There's a big committee, there's voting, there's conversations. It's no more fun than it was, because those were some wild, wild times. But we're just a little bit better organized and a little bit bigger team these days.
Well, we had to give away in each class 5 trophies. It wasn't really hard to pick who the best appearing car was. Now we have like 150 cars. It's a little bit more difficult now, right?
Absolutely.
All right, time to congratulate some of our top 10 finishers in the divisions this year. And first up for the HRW Automotive Mini Stocks, we'll watch their highlights from 2022.
Wow, he got loose there in turn number 4.
Oh, is his
rear?
Yeah.
Oh, heartbreak.
Fabio will pick up the win.
Well, we may or may not have gotten a little bit ahead of ourselves there. So forget what you just saw, please.
Little premature Fabio Oliveri there.
When we call your name, please come on up to the front and collect your award. Finishing 10th in the points was Tristan De Silva. Finishing 9th, Jeremy Hughes. In 8th, Wade Thorne. 7th, Eric York. In 6th, Ryan Hiller. And as we go through the top 5 racers, spoiler alert, Thunderstocks, you're going to do the same thing. All the other divisions, you're going to do the same thing.
We hope.
We hope. When you see your highlight package playing, come on up to the front and collect your awards. Ladies and gentlemen, here is your top 5 in the HRW Automotive Mini Stock.
Here we come to the checkered flag. Tyler LaFantasy makes it 2 in a row. At the strike this time, it's still LaFantasy. Victor 3-1 coming off a 4. Oh! Rutherford into LaFantasy. So congratulations to our top 5, and our champions we'll talk a little bit later on in the evening. Again, we'll get all of our drivers to go over here and get their photos. Top 5 shot in the lobby. Well, I guess we're doing some door prizes now, as per the boss.
Hang on, Dre. Yeah, Glenn has done an amazing job. There are some amazing tools over here. Some of our other sponsors have contributed too. So if we call up your number, go over and pick something up. What do I say now?
There's an amazing tool right over here.
Perfect.
All right. First up, 0293, 0293, 0255, 0255, 0594, 0594, 0046, 0046. On Friday nights when I'm calling out all the winning numbers, this is usually where you take your dog for a walk. 0415, 0415. It's a short, small dog. 0451, 0451.
Has trouble finding it.
0109, 0109, 0166, 0166, 0184,
Is that you in?
0184, 0598, 0598, and 0229. 0229. I'm not repeating that, Adam.
So if your number was called, help yourself to the door prize table over there.
All right.
Sportsmanship award time.
You know, the most sportsmanlike driver awards, they're not always the most cherished awards, but they should be, because with the level of competition, the level of drama and intensity there is in every one of our divisions, it takes a lot to get to the end of a season and have your peers and the people working at the racetrack look and say, yeah, they conducted themselves with a lot of class, with a lot of sportsmanship. So, without further ado, we'll give you your most sportsmanlike driver award for the mini stock, Jason Tolton.
Jason Tolton having a good night tonight. And sportsmanship, I'm going to say, though, he didn't have much sportsmanship towards his car at the end of the year, did he? He had that thing up for sale before the season ended. In the Thunderstock division, this guy offered up his car. He was in the middle of a points chase, and he offered up his car for the Freshstone driving experience for some of the executives from Freshstone, trying to get some more executives involved in racing, and he offered up his car. It got a little crumpled. He got it wrecked, but he offered up his car. Kyle Wirt, Sportsman Driver of the Year this year for the Thunderstocks.
In the crate sprint class, something even harder than having a lot of sportsmanship is being ultra competitive and sportsmanlike at the same time. Yeah. And this driver exemplifies that. The winner of the most sportsmanlike driver in the crate sprints is Jesse Costa.
And then in the 360 sprint cars, this young man's come back from a lot. And boy, oh boy, I've known this young man since he was in the micro sprints. First time I met him was at a micro sprint banquet. And sat with him at the table. Very well-spoken, polite young man. He drives polite on the track, but boy, he's super fast, and I'm excited to see what he can do in the future. Bailey Hurd wins the Sportsmanship Award. So then we move on to most improved drivers. And I'll start things off. The HRW Automotive Mini Stocks, this young man really caught me by surprise this year and how much he really upped his game. Had a good, solid finish in the standings. Top 3, in fact. Young Nick Erskine, most improved for the HRW Automotive Mini Stocks.
In the Thunderstock division, this is an interesting choice because it's a driver who's had success over recent years, but nothing like he had in 2022. It's like a switch was flipped, and all of a sudden he was a contender every single night. And he passed Dave Bailey a lot. Ryan Beagle, the most improved driver in the Thunderstock.
And with the run that Dave Bailey's been on, this is the man right here that has really started to show that maybe Dave could be knocked off the top of the pile, and it comes from the runs that he's had, especially this year.
I think it was the mustache. That's worth at least 2/10.
Up next in the Strickland Crate Sprint Car Division, this was a no-brainer. He came up just short of winning a championship this year, got his first win at Ohsweken. The winner of the most improved driver in the Strickland Crate Sprint Car Division, Eric Gledhill.
And last but not least, we go to the 360 sprints, where this driver not only showed he was a contender, he proved he was a winner and showed that he was as hungry as anybody out there to take home wins. The winner of the most improved driver in the 360s is Josh Hansen. They're side by side through 3 and 4, and Beagle lifted. Brewster Baker with another win in that 49. They're hooked.
They're hooked. Checker's out. Ryan Beagle makes the charge, but Kyle Wirt will get the win.
Come off a 4. Beagle's got a run. Can he do it? At the line, Beagle gets it done.
Who's it gonna be at turn number 4? Justin Ramsey takes the Brock Leonard Memorial.
Little look at the 2022 season for our Thunderstock division, and now the top 10 in the standings. Finishing 10th in car number 93K, Mike Klazinga. 9th place in car number 97, Ron Logie. Finishing 8th. This year he flip-flopped in the standings with his son, car 28, Jim Lampman. In the 7th spot, car 32, Mark Fawcett. And in the 6th position, the 28D, Donnie Lampman. And now, a look at our top 5.
Tracker is out. Ryan Beagle makes the charge, but Kyle Wirt will get the win.
Kyle Wirt, 5th place overall. Drivers, as you see your names, please make your way to the front. Finishing 4th, Christopher Hale.
DeBoer takes evasive action, contact with Chris Hale in the 79.
Finishing 3rd, Trevor DeBoer.
They're hooked. They're hooked. Ryan Beagle and Donnie Lampman, now they're separated. Here they come off of 4. Beagle's got to run. Can he do it? At the line, Beagle gets it done.
Your runner-up, Ryan Beagle.
Deep into turn number 3. They're side by side through 3 and 4, and Beagle lifted. In the air, Brewster Baker with another win in that 49.
And your champion once again, Brewster Baker, Dave Bailey. right, Adam, up next, awards you and I will never get. Best appearing.
Well, you're not wrong.
I'll let you go first this time.
There was a lot of good-looking equipment on the racetrack this year, so these are challenging decisions to make, no doubt. But in the HRW Automotive Mini Stocks, the Best Appearing Car Award goes to Nico Hansen.
In the Middleport Mechanical Thunderstock division, this driver came pretty close to getting a win. His first win at the Big O, had a great looking piece all season long. Ron Logie. This next guy better have won it.
Yeah, the pressure's always got to be on when it's the business that you're in. But the best appearing car in the crate sprints, no surprise here, Darren Dryden.
And in the 360 Sprint Car division, the Cool Kids Ice and Water Core Pack 360 Sprints. Another one of those DJD graphic cars, Jacob Dykstra. Up next are Rookies of the Year, and this award brought to you by my company, Image Factor. All the drivers will get a free order of hero cards for 2023. First up in the HRW Automotive Mini Stock division was Ashton Dickey.
In the Middleport Mechanical Thunderstocks, your Rookie of the Year, Tim Phelan.
In the Strickland Crate Sprint Car division, it was Seth Roy.
And in the 360 Sprints, the Rookie of the Year, Nick Sheridan.
All right, time to take a look at our Crate Sprint Car highlight reel from 2022.
It's going to be Darren Dryden taking the win on opening night at Ohsweken. Luke has almost sailed it off the end of the racetrack. He'll take the checkered flag once again. Nobody's gonna touch him tonight. The winner of the Action Sprint Tour, taking his fourth sprint car win of the year, is Mike Bowman. Ladies and gentlemen, your top 10 in the crate sprints
10th is Tyler Paulus. 9th, Alan Downey. In 8th, Ryan Fraser. In 7th, Steve Murdoch. In 6th, Rob Neely. And once again, drivers, as you see your name in the highlights, head on up to the front and grab your trophy. Ladies and gentlemen, your top 5 in the Strickland's GMC Crate Sprint Division.
Right, and that's how close he came.
Holy moly. It's going to be Darren Dryden taking the win on opening night at Ohsweken. Darren Dryden going to take the win off of turn number 4. He'll take home the checkered flag. But Darren Dryden going to see checkered flag in the air. He'll take win number 3. Out in front is Darren Dryden. He's going to take the win.
Now will go to the outside. He's going to get pinched off. Marshall spins around. Wow. Stays going, and the caution flag comes out. Here comes Costa. Which lane will he choose?
Glenn Hill will get his first win. Darren called me this afternoon, said I'm going to throw something crazy at it. I said, let's go for it.
racetrack. He'll take the checkered flag once again.
Smith, the 2017 Bomber champion, will work it off a corner 4, and he will be the 2022 Crate Sprint Car champion.
Just a quick mention, we will have all the champions up for their speeches and their jackets and everything a little bit later. We also have the new championship rings are on order with supply chain issues. They'll be ready about mid-January, so all our champions will get their new rings. And our Wall of Famers we have here tonight, how about a hint for our Wall of Famers this year? We'd like to ask them to quickly stand up. Bob Monroe, Brad Bacher, we got the rest of them going on too. I have the list right here. Corinne Jenny is here too, and who's the last one? I'm forgetting. I got it on my list here, I really do, because I knew we'd have this issue. Bob Monroe, Corinne Jenny, Brad Bacher, and Doug Erskine. How about a hand for our Wall of Famers this year, everybody? They'll get championship rings along with our champions. Just want to mention for our 2 sprint car divisions, our top 10 received their Hoosier Tire bonus money along with their point fund money, courtesy of our good friends at Strickland's. Rick, thank you for everything you do. Strickland's has been an amazing partner for us. They cover our point fund, give us a crate motor giveaway, and provide us with a gorgeous pace truck every year. So thanks, Rick, and everybody at Strickland's for all you do, and our friends at Hoosier Tire for the bonus money, guys.
All right, door prize time again, so get your tickets out. First up, 0430, 0430, 0137, 0137, 0547, 0547, 0460, 0460, 0068, 0068, 0013, 0013, 0094, 0094, 0267, 0267, 0448, 0448, and 0180, 0180. Please make your way up here. Pick anything off the table, not any of the trophies.
You know, when we're up in the tower, Clinton, Greg and I at least respect each other's personal space.
We do?
Well, it sounded good.
Okay. You don't always protect my breathing space.
Let's talk about the Hard Charger Award. Coca-Cola providing $250 to the Hard Charger in each division. This is a mathematical award. It is the number of cars passed from your starting spot to your finishing spot and each feature throughout the year. Listen to some of these numbers, folks. The Hard Charger in the mini stocks, this driver passed 142 cars in feature competition this year. Tyler LaFantasy.
In the Middleport Mechanical Thunderstock division, this guy passed the most cars of anyone across all 4 divisions all year. He makes it look easy, but he passes a ton of cars doing it. 174 cars passed. Dave Bailey.
Now, the first 2 drivers we've mentioned were champions in their respective division. The Hard Charger in the crate sprints didn't finish in the top 5 in championship points. The Hard Charger for the crate sprints passed 86 cars this year. It was Rob Neely. And as Clint said, Rob had some struggles this year in heat races, wound up in the B main, but boy, oh boy, made up for it in the feature with 86 cars passed.
In the Cool Kids Ice and Water Core Pack Merchandising Sprint Cars, the winner of the Coca-Cola Hard Charger Award, I guess he had the easiest of all the drivers. 40 passes made, but he did it on the way to the championship. Corey Turner. I'm pretty sure he's going to tell me it wasn't easy. And now it's time to watch the highlight video for the Cool Kids Ice and Water Core Pack Merchandising Sprint Cars.
Ladies and gentlemen, you came looking for a show. Well, here you go. Let's end 993 days of anticipation as we bring to you our feature presentation. And off of 4, D-Dubs gets it done again. Dylan Westbrook wins. Double checkers in the air. The winner of the 16th running of the Canadian Sprint Car Nationals is Ryan Turner.
Through 3 and 4 clean. He's got it through turn number 4. Hansen for the win.
Coming to the checkered flag at the line, Liam Martin pulls out the win.
Slides up to the cushion. It'll be Paulie Colagiovanni.
Side off of corner 4, can Turner make it stick? He sticks it in front of Turkey and wins the race. Wow! He'll have one more swing off the corner, but Ryan Turner will pick up the 18th running of the Canadian Sprint Car Nationals.
Now in the Cool Kids Ice and Water Core Pack Merchandising Sprint Cars, the top 15 drivers receive a payout here in the point standings. Finishing 15th, the boss, Car 0, Glenn Stiers. Finishing 14th, car number 70, Bailey Hurd. In the 13th spot, in the 01K, Mikey Krechka. Finishing 12th in the 14H, Jim Hoopinen. In the 11th position, car number 1, Holly Porter. And now 10th through 6th, finishing 10th in car 5, DJ Christie. In the 9th position, the 5D, Jacob Dykstra. Finishing 8th in the Little Bend 110, Jake Brown. In the 7th position, the 68 of Aaron Turkey. And in 6th, the 88H, Josh Hansen. And now, the top 5 for the Cool Kids Ice and Water Core Pack Merchandising Sprint Cars drivers. As you see your name, make your way to the front.
Nick Sheridan, second at career best.
Finishing fifth, Tricky Nicky, Nick Sheridan. Might need to change his nickname to Sparky, but it is Downtown Mitch Brown finishing fourth.
Turner to the inside of Dylan Westbrook. He'll drag right
Inside he goes, digging hard in deep, but can't shut the door. Double checkers in the air. The winner of the 16th running of the Canadian Sprint Car Nationals is Ryan Turner. Pick up the 18th running of the Canadian Sprint Car Nationals.
2 Canadian Sprint Car Nationals wins, third place in points, Ryan Turner.
Liam Martin will take the checkered flag and get his first 360 sprint car win. He'll roll it off the high side of corner number 4, and Liam Martin wins his third of the year.
Three feature wins, second place in the points, the live wire, Liam Martin.
Westbrook stretching out his lead. Turner with a big slide job on. Corey Turner gonna take the checkered flag. Mike. New race leader is Corey Turner. Turner with the win.
And your champion for 2022 with 2 feature wins, Corey Turner. All right, we're going to draw some more door prizes here. Those tickets out, 0475, 0475, 0505, 0505, 0103, 0103, 0386, 0386, 0337, 0337, 0504, 0504, 0216, 0216, 0042, 0042, and 0214, 0214. If you have any of those numbers, come up to the front tables and get yourself a door prize. Up next, we're going to award the Action Sprint Tour competitors here in the top 10 tonight, Adam.
So everybody with perfect attendance in the Action Sprint Tour takes home $400 from Hoosier Tire Canada. The points fund for the Action Sprint Tour is $19,200, with the champion taking home $5,000. Let's take you through your top 10. Finishing 10th, the 9C, Brian Nanakoke. In 9th, the 77E, Ashton Van Every. We can't forget Brian Nanakoke, the elder statesman. Used to be of the division, but I think now it's actually of Ohsweken. Finishing 8th, the 71 of Mike Bowman. In 7th, the 19D, Alan Downey. In 6th, the 77T, Tyler Paulus. And your top 5, in 5th, the 20, the Iceman, Johnny Miller. In 4th, 39, Jonah Mutton. In 3rd, 19, Matthew Bardier. In 2nd, the 12 Double D, Darren Dryden. And your 2022 Action Sprint Tour fueled by Pinty's champion, the 5D, Jacob Dykstra. The Rookie of the Year in the Action Sprint Tour also takes home $250, and that's the 16R, Seth Roy.
And now we'll honor our Pinty's Knights of Thunder 360 Sprint Car Series Top 10 and Rookie of the Year. Same deal here, Hoosier Tire Canada, giving $400 to all those with perfect attendance, and the champion, $5,000. Finishing 10th in car 5, DJ Christie. In 9th, car 10, Paulie Colagiovanni. In the 8th spot, in the 84, Tyler Rand. Finishing 7th in the Little Bend 110, Jake Brown. In 6th, car number 9, Liam Martin. Finishing in the 5th spot, car 45, Nick Sheridan. In 4th, the 88H, Josh Hansen. Finishing 3rd in car 15, Ryan Turner. In the 2nd spot, car number 13, Corey Turner. In your 2022 Pinty's Knights of Thunder 360 Sprint Car Series champion, car number 10, Mitch Brown. And the Rookie of the Year for 2022, Nick Sheridan.
Did you just ask? Did you just ask our permission, Clinton Jeffrey?
Yeah.
That was very nice of you.
So just, I want to give a little bit of a state of affairs on sprint car racing. So the Action Sprint Tour, as you know, we created our own division with the crate, and it has continued to blossom right across North America. Right now we have our home track division along with Brockville, Can-Am, and the division continues to grow. This year we envision an East, West, and a national tour for the crate sprints as the division continues to grow, and that's been an amazing deal, and we can't thank our partners at Pinty's enough for helping us get there. But the big thing we want to talk about tonight is the 360 division. The Knights of Thunder was created to help carry the 360s through the pandemic when there wasn't going to be any racing at Ohsweken or outside our own Speedway. So we worked together with our partners to create a series that was successful over the past couple seasons. But in this off season, we decided we were going to work together with the Southern Ontario Sprints and work together to build one tour that will have a good point fund, something everybody can work on, including G-Force coverage. So at this point in time, I'd like to welcome the new president of the Southern Ontario Sprints, Peter Turford, to come in and say a couple words about where we're going to head with the 360 tour here in Ontario in the future. Peter?
Oh, okay. Thank you, Clinton. Just a few quick words, because I know it's been a bit of a long night. For more detailed information, I've got some sheets with me. If anybody wants to talk to me about that, just see me after. The short version of the story, I want to thank everybody that brought this together, especially Clinton. There probably won't be a whole lot of changes that will be visible to the 360 teams. The purses staying the same as the Knights of Thunder purse. We just want to keep a good thing rolling. There has been some rule suggestions by Trevor Quigley. I don't know if he's here or not, but he's asked that we go with 8-inch wicker bills, mandatory tire soaking in big blocks. So that's all under consideration. And you guys obviously aren't listed it because I just died with that one. Anyways, anybody has any questions, come see me.
Thank you, Peter. As we mentioned, it's better if we all pull on the same rope together, so we're going to work with Peter. And as you mentioned, 360 purses have been up. They're going to keep the purses the same, and we're going to work on a point fund to keep one tour in Ontario and keep things strong. So I thank Peter for stopping by to talk to us about that.
Omaha. Clinton Jeffrey, you're the gift that keeps on giving.
I don't even know how, but Crew of the Year.
We'll tell you later.
We'll tell you later. Crew of the Year time, Adam.
Crew
Before
of
we
the
dig
year.
a hole here.
I'll tell you what. The crews are the unsung heroes at any racetrack. But at Ohsweken, you have to realize, folks, when you're in the grandstands at Ohsweken, when you're on our side of the racetrack, there's nothing back there. It's just an abyss beyond the lights. But obviously the crews that do the best work in the shop and during race night, you either make your drivers look like heroes or you can help your drivers look like zeros on a given night. So this is an important award. It's a prestigious award. And without further ado, the Crew of the Year for the Mini Stock Division is TMR Motorsports.
The championship crew will receive their award in the Thunderstock division. It was Beagle Racing. Beagle Racing takes home Crew of the Year.
In the crate sprint car division, the Crew of the Year goes to Smith Racing.
And in the 360 sprint car division this year, it is Nitro 54 Racing.
Hey, Smiths.
Picture time. All right, Driver of the Year awards. In the HRW Automotive Mini Stocks, this was a pretty easy one. He dominated from the drop of the first green flag. Tyler LaFantasy.
And the Driver of the Year award is another one that's voted on by a panel. So you've got to take into consideration the points. You've also got to take into consideration the biggest races of the year. and who's able to take home those big races of the year and shine in those brightest moments. The driver of the year for the Thunderstocks, Dave Bailey.
In the Strickland Crate Sprint Car Division, this driver wasn't just the driver of the year. He probably gave us the most heart attacks this year, Adam. He is one to watch. Lucas Smith is driver of the year for the Crate Sprint Car Division. Now, so far, 3 champions get driver of the year.
So far.
So far.
But in the 360 Sprint Car Division, you have to pay attention to the Canadian Sprint Car Nationals, the premier event in the country for 360 sprint cars, and the fact that we had 3 of them this season, and this driver took home a pair of wins in those events. The driver of the year for the 360 sprints is Ryan Turner. We're going to do a whole bunch more door prizes, folks, and we are getting near the end of the list. It will be time shortly to chat with our division champions, have them come up and try on their jackets. So let's read you some door prize winners. 0108, 0108, 0072, 0072, 0458, 0458, 0434, 0434, 0265, 0265, 0493, 0493, 0620, 0620, 0387, 0387, 0060, 0060,
bingo,
0564, 0564, and last is 0570, 0570.
Is that your first time ever calling out like prize numbers?
I have never done anything that required a level of responsibility, like winning ticket. I am a sidekick. Sidekick.
Heavy on the kick.
Comic relief.
All right, what's up next? Division champions. Oh no, Clinton's.
We're gonna jump in here and give away some cool stuff.
Okay.
So we have a bunch of prizes for sprint car drivers, both crates and 360s, with 80% attendance or better. Where's Nathan Ackland? Nathan, come on up here and help me give away some of these prizes. Nathan's giving away a bunch of great stuff here tonight. Where's Nathan at? So again, this is for drivers with 80% attendance in both sprint car divisions. Nathan, come on over here. We're going to put them all into one. And you're going to reach in and pull some out of there. So I'm going to put them all into one for us. Okay. So first thing we're going to draw for is a Kaiser hub set. Kaiser hub set. Darren Dryden, you win the Kaiser hub set. MPI steering wheel. Come on up if we call your name, by the way. Tyler Ward, you win the MPI steering wheel. Front axle assembly. Mikey Krechka. Torsion arm set. Rob Neely. And a setup block set. Jacob Dykstra. All right, Nathan, I got a bunch more here. We're going to give away 2 brand new Hoosier tires, courtesy of Ohsweken Speedway and Hoosier Tire. 2 of them. Eric Gledhill. Trevor Young. All right, now we're going to give away 2 gift certificates from Creative Edge, $250 each to get you looking good for 2023. Josh Hill. And Alan Downey. All right, you can head over there. We'll get you all geared up. No, figure it out. No. Yep. All right, now, I think we need to give away one more thing, guys. We got that brand new GSR chassis out in the lobby. Where's Glenn? Did Glenn leave? Well, I'm going to give Glenn to the count of 5, and if he doesn't come and present his face, we're going to give away that brand new chassis, whether I get fired or not. How about that? 5, 4. Glenn, where are you? 3, 2. Oh, he's back. Ah. Oh. Glenn, can I give away that new chassis out there? Come on. I'm doing it. All right?
I'm not taking part in this crime. Don't give me the names.
You got a plan. Now I'm scared.
So we have a plan. We're building a bunch of cars.
Everybody gets free ones?
No, the plan is, so we're trying to, you know when you buy a car in America, it's $6,000 US? So we're trying to charge $6,000 Canadian. We're trying to save everybody some money here. We're trying to do everything.
But you.
But me. So anyways, that car out there, number 0, is the first chassis that Brett and the GSR team built. So that one's going to be our show car. Holly's going to get car number 1. I'm going to get number 3 and 4. And then Aaron is going to get 5. So number 6. Number 6. We'll give it away.
Are we going to skip number 2? Like number 2 is just going to...
No. Adam, never mind. I can't.
It was fun working with you, bud.
But you know what I mean. So we'll give away number 6.
Adam, fuck off.
All right, who's getting the new chassis? Pick one.
Shit, we got to give away 2.
You swore. Are you going to give away 2?
6 and 7.
Okay, hold on. Just for the record, Glenn pulled out 2 names, and now he's going to give away 2 cars.
It was an accident.
Read them.
So,
Read them and weep.
he says read them. But the funny thing is about it, the only reason why Clint's here tonight is because this guy, the announcer, the night that he was hired, this is so funny. So I brought this guy in, and he goes, man, I'm a one-man band. I work alone. And Clint says, well, I'm here to work, and I need somebody on a trackside, announcer, you know, no big deal. So I said, you know what? If you leave, you can't use my stairs. You can use the window, and I'll help you out the window. But if you want to stay and finish a show, you can use my stair at the end of the night. He decided to stay, and he left. He didn't come back, and here's Clint. Man, we built a hell of a team. Everybody give a big round of applause for Clint.
We want to know who won the sprint cars.
Does anybody know Corey Turner?
You already said he was getting one, so you got to give a new one.
All right. So Aaron was going to get, I think number 5 or number 2, whatever. Well, number 68. But anyways, I'm going to pick a new one because Aaron's getting one. Scott Roy? Oh, Seth Roy. Seth Roy. All right. Just text me what color you want these things, powder coat it. We'll put them on your doorstep.
Thank you, boss. Thank you. So once again, congratulations to Seth Roy and Corey Turner, brand new frame chassis recipients. Congratulations. Thanks, Glenn, for your generosity. How about a hand for Glenn, giving away about 12 grand in parts right there. Thank you. Without further ado, it's time for our drivers' champions, guys.
Greg, while Glenn's feeling this generous, it might be a good time to ask for that ice cream machine in the tower.
No, I'm looking for a new tower. With a washroom, please. It takes Adam a half an hour to go to the washroom and get back to the tower and leaves me hanging. It's all the autographs. All right, champions time. First up, the HRW Automotive Mini Stocks, our champion for 2022, Tyler LaFantasy. So all of our champions will get their Epic Racewear Championship jackets.
And step on over to the podium where you get to have your way. You don't have to put up with silly announcer questions. You can just say your piece. Just ask. All right. Well, you know what? What's interesting to me, Tyler, is it true that you weren't going to run the full season at Ohsweken and then you started doing so well you kind of had to commit?
That's not entirely true because I wanted to run their full season. I didn't know how work schedule would plan out, but my boss is pretty good, so he's like, yeah, just have fun. But I definitely got to thank him, Rob's Transmission. I got to thank my whole TMR crew. That car's been spot on every day. My girlfriend, Rebecca, she's so supportive of everything. APC Auto Parts, Louisa Sweet Retreat. And I got to thank Glenn Stiers and all the track staff. And every time I show up there, all the other fellow drivers, they've been friendly. I just love coming every week.
Well, we loved having you, Tyler. A phenomenal season. It'll be a tough one to match next year, but what are your plans for 2023?
Well, actually, thanks to my Uncle Jesse, looks like I'll be in a Thunderstock next year. So.
At Ohsweken every Friday?
Yeah.
There you go. Congratulations, folks. Big round of applause. Tyler LaFantasy, track champion for the HRW Automotive Mini Stocks. In the Middleport Mechanical Thunderstocks, once again proving he is the driver to beat in Thunderstock racing in Ontario, Brewster Baker, Dave Bailey.
Where do you put all this stuff, Dave?
It's a great problem to have, I guess. There's not a whole lot of room to work on my cabinets anymore. It's full of trophies, but couldn't think of a better problem to have.
Now, I was just asking Adam because without a stats person, we get lost. This is 6?
This, 6 in a row at Ohsweken.
6 in a row at Ohsweken, man. You know there's a lot of drivers out there that don't like you, right?
Yeah, that's fine.
What was it like this year, though, with Ryan Beagle? That was a great battle all season long, watching you guys go at it. He's right there. Is this the closest you feel now to falling off the top step?
Yeah, I feel in the future, he's pretty likable right now, but in the future, there might be a whole lot of drivers that don't like him.
Very good point. Who would you like to thank?
First off, I have to thank my parents. They're always there and always supporting me. Bessie and my daughter Olivia for always being supportive. My son Lucas, he's the one that puts most work into this car, and really got to thank him. Mark at Jibs for all their support, and he's been with me for probably the longest of anybody. And Queenston Chev, and then obviously Glenn for giving us the most amazing racetrack in North America to race at every week. It's so awesome that it's close to home and proud to be a champion.
Before you leave, got to talk about the Pinty Series race. How cool is that for you?
It's hard to say. Looking back, obviously it was chance of a lifetime and it was awesome, but that whole time, like, stressful and being the street stock guy in there and just experience of a lifetime. But now that it's over, it was a whole lot more enjoyable.
Well, you served us very proud. So congratulations, Dave Bailey, champion once again
Thank
in
you.
the Middleport Mechanical Thunderstocks. Congrats. In the Strickland Brantford Chevrolet Crate Sprint Car Division, the champion for 2022, Lucas Smith. I think he has a speech, Adam.
I see that. It's good to show up prepared.
He's better prepared than we are.
Obviously.
Oh, Corey's got one too. He's rehearsing.
Now, Lucas, I see that you've got a speech prepared, and we're just going to let you go ahead and have at it, but I've got to ask you one thing.
What's that?
Championship night, all you've got to do is be careful. All you've got to do, get to the end. You took more chances in that race than I saw you take. You put that car into places nobody else would, and there were people chasing you that had nothing to lose that still wouldn't do the things that you did. Why? Why?
Why not? Leave no questions unanswered.
There you go.
Leave no
Congratulations.
So, hello, everyone. I'm Lucas Smith. I've raced at Ohsweken Speedway for 7 years now. I've raced crate sprints for 5 years. And it's been 6 years since I last got to stand up here. Last time I got to speak at a banquet like this, I'm pretty sure my car's top speed was slower than the sprint car's idle speed. It's been a while, but I've dreamt about being back up here again regularly since, and I've come really close a few times now. So to finally get it done, it's a whole lot of dreams come true for me. After a rough season last year, this year almost didn't happen for me, but with a push from my wife, my crew guys, family, and all the sponsors at my table over there, thank you guys, we were able to not only win, but to have the most fun we've ever had while doing so. We may not have won the most races, and we may have needed to borrow an ATV, power, and air more than once, but we achieved our goal of just finishing races and having fun above all else. It wasn't all fun and games as we lost some great people from the racing community, and with that, I'd like to give a fond farewell to Todd Alger and Noel Teal, both of which contributed a lot of support and good vibes around the track. There's a lot of people who deserve a thank you, but none are as important as my wife, Sarah, who I can't thank enough for not letting me sell my race car at the start of the season. Although I think she just wanted to save her car from me, really. Thank you to my guys for always putting up with my inability to never arrive anywhere on time except for the track. Thank you to my sponsors, Jeff Burnham, James DeVries, Derek, Dad, Cody, Matt, Gord, Todd, even Curtis for having my back for years now. Thank you, Glenn, for this facility, Clint for the show you organize, Doug for keeping us nice, tight, square, and even, Adam and Greg for always giving us such colorful commentary, Mike, Kelly, and the Durnans for keeping things fair. And thank you to all the other great people around the track whose names I haven't got to know yet, who are all equally important in keeping the show going. Thanks everyone for the help and good company to win this championship. It really means a lot to me. This was a season I'll remember for a very long time. I hope you all enjoy the rest of your evening, and if I don't get to talk to you tonight, I look forward to seeing you again next year. Thanks.
One more champion, Adam.
One more champion, and it's a big one. What a season it was in every division. What a fun battle it was to watch. It's always fun to watch brothers compete among, when you've got family members out there and it's such a mix of competitors. And we had more hard racing in that 360 sprint car class this year. Some wild slide jobs, some bold moves. I mean, there is a youth movement happening, and it is not going to end anytime soon.
No, that's the exciting thing. And this guy, the champion for the Cool Kids Ice and Water Core-Pack Merchandising Sprint Car Division, he is a guy that works really hard behind the scenes to promote himself, to promote his race team, to market hard and get the dollars needed to race. And he's shown it since the day he started racing at Ohsweken Speedway. So it is exciting to announce the champion for 2022, Corey Turner.
Thank you, guys. I had to prepare some notes. I'm not quite as good as you guys on the mic going off the cusp. You know, Adam with the old, I came to a race and a hockey game broke out. That was still the best line I've ever heard. It's just too bad it was for asphalt racing.
Thank you, Corey. I appreciate that.
No, and I've really got to thank Glenn, Brett Stratford, and his staff at GSR. And I think we're going to have to put car number 6 or 7 or whichever one that is together. So stay tuned for that next season. And before I speak on our race team's accomplishments here tonight, I'd like to shed light on another one that happened recently. The Burger Barn Belgians were crowned the 6-horse hitch champions last weekend at the Royal Winter Fair. I had the opportunity to see them in person a few weeks ago, and they were exceptional, winning every one of their classes. The first time I can remember watching sprint cars was at the New York State Fairgrounds during Super Dirt Week. And man, were they loud, they were fast, and the guys driving them were either crazy or they had huge balls. I was lucky enough that day to be sitting in the stands with both of my grandfathers, which I think back on, that was pretty cool. The next time I was able to see the World of Outlaws was at Ransomville Speedway. And that night my dad drove myself, my brother, and Mikey Krutchka to the race. It was pretty ironic that some 27 years later, we would all race against each other, and my brother, myself, and Mikey would share the podium. My mom didn't come with us that night, though. The Outlaws ran at Ransomville. She was at home. Back then, those days when my dad and my uncles and my grandfather all raced mud turtles, she made no secret that she absolutely despised sprint cars. She would say things like, "They don't have starters. One flips and you have to push the rest of them off. I wish they would cancel mud turtles on sprint car nights." These are all things she used to say. Time has passed since then, and I feel like her tune has changed. I can count on one hand how many times she's missed my races. And if you call her on a Thursday night when my dad's at the shop, you'll usually find her watching the Outlaws or the All-Stars online. When it came time for myself to go sprint car racing and follow in my father's footsteps, my mother didn't believe us for a few weeks that the orange and purple J&J out in the shop was mine. She told me, "You don't pay rent here, and you don't even own a roadworthy vehicle, but you're going sprint car racing?" And I said, "We sure are." My mother is a special gift from God to put up with all the racing talk, road trips, and race video watching in the Turner household. The video part, though, is self-inflicted since she's our team videographer, but she has no idea how much those videos have helped us through the years. She's also taken it upon herself to coordinate our meals at the shop as well as at the track. Another task that's not glamorous, but a necessity to keep our buddy and crew guy Connor coming to the racetrack. As for my dad, he thinks about making sprint cars go faster hours upon hours every day. One of my best memories in racing was finishing second to him, his first win here at Ohsweken. He told me that night he didn't care if I passed him, but he sure didn't want to see Jim Hoopinen pass us both. He's done his best to try to teach me how to race, lessons that were passed down to him by his dad, such as look way down the track, and races are won in the shop, wake up early, and take a nap on race day. He even went as far to get me a driving coach, his buddy Ed Leach, who I still debrief with weekly. He also told me when I started sprint car racing, you see those orange and white cement blocks around the inside of the corners? I don't want you to leave them until I tell you you can. That rule is definitely put in place for my own good. Before any team owner or crew believes in a driver, their parents believe in them first. My dad's belief in me as a driver only wavered one time when he threatened me that if I spun out again in Thunderstock, that he would be having driver auditions for my seat. My dad has had the role of team principal at Burger Barn Racing, similar to that of Gunther's role at the Haas F1 team. And he assembled one damn good team. I like to think that he assembled the best team ever to be paid in Bud Light and Burger Barn chicken wings. From the time my brother and I started racing, my father's always put our respective programs ahead of his own. In my racing career, I've always been very blessed to have excellent people working on the cars I've drove. I started out as what they would call an owner-operator, and then progressed to be able to drive for some of the best car owners in the area. To Miles, Pam, Alex, Daryl, Trevor, and Pete, thank you for giving my first real shot in the sprint car racing world with a world-class team. In life, as well as in racing, no driver or man is an island. There are always people within a race team that help in different capacities. Some of those people who believed in me before they probably should have: our buddy Bad Grandpa, Bert and Chris Woolley, Jeff Beamer, as well as Mike and Lori Morris. Before this season started, my dad, my brother, and myself sat down and figured out what we needed from an equipment perspective, and those decisions definitely paid off. Our team built us great cars, and they were fast from opening night on. We were able to pick up a couple of wins, but more importantly, we completed every feature lap all season long. I was the guy lucky enough to sit in the seat of the Petro Plus number 13, but it was our team that won this championship. To Connor, Reed, Josh, Brandon, Dakota, Jay May, Dave, Bobs, Jeff, Nate, Brady, Jeremy Hughes, Brian, my teammates Mikey Bobby and Brennan the Hammer Hagar, thank you. Thank you all and your significant others for allowing you guys to spend countless hours in the shop and at the track to make our cars fast and reliable. You guys never backed down from a road trip, even if it meant driving 7 hours round trip to pick up our backup car. Never questioned me when I wanted to throw the kitchen sink at it, and really rose to the occasion when we were faced with some adversity in the heat races this season. I would put you guys against anybody in the 2-minute work area, and every single World of Outlaws team that's hiring right now would be lucky to have you guys. In any success story, it usually starts with those at the top of the organization. Jay, Celeste, and their family provided us with the absolute best equipment. When Jay hired myself to come drive for their team, our goal was simple from the beginning: to win races and championships. I feel like we accomplished that. Their passion towards all their respective businesses, Burger Barn, Petro Plus, Pesky Penguin, to name a few, is second to none. The quality, dedication, and professionalism they exude through these businesses, the Burger Barn Belgians as well as Burger Barn Racing, has been extraordinary. If you think racing is a lot of work, I challenge you to all check out a heavy horse show. Jay, Celeste, and their team with the Belgians literally never stop cleaning, feeding, braiding, or hitching throughout the course of a show. It honestly makes racing look like a walk in the park. I will be forever grateful to Jay and Celeste for giving me an opportunity to race with my family, hiring my dad to be our team principal, as we made a lifetime of memories over the past 4 seasons. And for that, I cannot thank you enough. I also need to say hi to my dad's mom, my mom's parents, as well as my wife's parents. They'll all surely be watching on G-Force. My grandparents have supported my racing career from the start, and it's always the topic of our discussions when I see them during the week. Some of those include my grandfather asking me who actually does the work on the cars, because he would say I'm about as handy as a bear cub with boxing mitts. I always remind him that I wouldn't be anywhere without my car owners, family, and crew. For my wife, Dana, she's been an absolute rock star this season. Racing with a young child is never easy, but she's handled it in the best way possible. For someone who'd never stepped foot at a racetrack until she started dating me, I'd say racing has grown on her. She's a huge fan of ice cream at racetracks, the Dingus Lounge in Knoxville, driving the push quad with some assistance, and washing race cars at 3 a.m. with her union partner, Nate. She was also a pretty decent three-point shooter for the Brock Badgers back in her basketball playing days, so I believe she understands the level of commitment it takes to compete at the top level. I hope you never get tired of making your chocolate chip cookies, because it was a huge part of how I got hired at Nathan Ackland Racing for next season. I'd also like to thank David Swain at Mobile One for his support over the years, Victor at Cool Kids Ice and Water, John Brush at Core Pack Merchandising for providing an excellent points fund and epic racewear for the complimentary race suit. I'd also like to give a shout out to the Hoopinen brothers, the Gartley brothers, Nitro 54, and DBD Systems for providing bonus money to the Nationals purses. I spoke a little bit earlier about having big balls, racing sprint cars at New York State Fairgrounds. Another thing that took big balls is building a racetrack in your backyard. Becoming the first racetrack in Ontario to race sprint cars weekly some 15 years ago, and starting a new crate division, and then spending millions of dollars in upgrades to an already outstanding facility while it had its doors shut for 2 seasons. To Glenn, Clint, Doug, and the rest of the management group at Ohsweken, we thank you for making it the best place to race in the country and at the top of what my dad calls the go list. I'm a traveling salesman by day, sprint car racer on the nights and weekends, and the amount of people who tell me they've seen me race is astonishing in places nowhere near Ohsweken. I always tell them, stop by for a beer after the races, and they usually respond, well, I haven't actually been there. This tells me we're in a great spot. Visibly, our attendance at the track is up. G-Force TV is drawing new fans to our weekly shows, and car counts continue to rise even during a recession. There's a lot of talk on Facebook pages online regarding the glory days of racing, and most people seem to have a differing opinion on when that was. As for us here at Ohsweken Speedway, I believe that time is now. We have a track management group that promoted 3 $10,000 win 360 shows last season, and we have a track owner that continues to make improvements to his already far superior facility. Several car owners that are passionate about sprint car racing, a huge young talent pool that continues to get faster, race harder, and prove they can win races, as well as a bunch of rookies moving up to the 360 division that will only make the division stronger. Success in racing is never guaranteed, and I can remember a day when I was lapped twice in a race by Steve Poirier at Ohsweken. That night, a sprint car championship seemed extremely distant, to say the least. I'm very grateful to have our team be crowned the 360 champs here at Ohsweken because it puts us on an elite list with other teams that have won a championship here. Preparations to defend our title in 2023 have already started. Even though the car will look different, the number will be different, the goal remains the same. We're coming back in 2023 to try and join an even more exclusive club as repeat 360 champions. Everyone have a safe and prosperous off-season, and we'll see you in May.
Well, we're getting down to the closing. We got about 5 minutes to go, and we'll get to the healers who are going to rock our night tonight. Corey said a lot of great things. How amazing has it been where we've come from this dirt oval with one length of chain fence, and as Glenn will say, on opening day you could have thrown a handful of stones and not hit anybody. But here we are, humble beginnings, and we've come a long way. How cool is it to have the NASCAR series come to our home track? Let's take a quick look at that, Spencer.
It was 3 years in the making.
Well, fans, are you ready to see the NASCAR Pinty Series on dirt?
For the first time on dirt. DJ Kennington in the 17, Marc-Antoine Cameron in the 96. He's your pole sitter on the outside of row number 1. Green flag is out.
Like they say, if you build it, they will come. And they'll be back in August of 2023 once again. Super cool to put our sprint cars on the national stage alongside the NASCAR Pinty Series. We've got one final award, and this award goes out to a staff member who does basically everything. It's always a tough decision because we have so many great staff who work with us, but this recipient goes above and beyond year after year for as long as I can remember since we brought this person in and doing a fantastic job. You know, he's become kind of my right-hand man. I'm going to give it up a bit. I hope I don't get a bit emotional either, but how about a hand for Doug Leonard, man? This guy does so much for us. Doug, you're our Employee of the Year. And all month long, Doug's sending me suggestions, and I'm thinking, yeah, they're all great, buddy, but you're the one. I know your dad would be proud. It means a lot for me, bud, to give this award to you. You were presented to me a few years ago. And for everything you do, whether we're on the road, Doug is there for us. I appreciate it. I love you, buddy, and we wouldn't get it done without you. Thank you.
Talk about not getting emotional. Clint, this isn't who we chose. Thank you. It's an honor. Glenn, Tina, thank you for, I guess, giving my dad the job to get my start in the door. Adam and Clint allow me to work the one-way radio and progressing to where we are today. Can't thank the drivers enough, the crew members. I get the privilege of traveling all over Ontario and into the United States and seeing a bunch of racetracks. I'm going to tell you right now, we are the best in the business going. If it wasn't for the staff we have together, it wouldn't make my job as easy as it is. So thank you, everyone. Hope you have a great night tonight. Thank you, Harper.
Much deserving award for Doug Leonard. And Adam, you and I have been in a lot of towers as well and different race directors, and there's a lot of great ones. There's been a lot of nights where I thought, man, I wish Doug Leonard was here because he does an awesome job.
He does so. I mean, there's an intensity level that we joke about it quite a bit. They had to build a wall between us. But there's an intensity level that comes from being on top of everything that is happening. And folks, there was a lot of things happening at any given time on race night. And Doug keeps it under control.
He really does. So congratulations, Doug.
Yeah. So that brings us to my final speech of the night. I asked Tina to say a few words, but she said, I'll handle it for you, Tina. Tina wanted to thank everybody for coming out. How many for Tina and the ladies that do a great job putting this whole deal together? 600 plus people. Yeah, how about a hand for everybody at Carmen's, too? They do a great job hosting us. We really appreciate everything they do for us as well, providing us with a great meal. I need to see 4 more drivers up at the front just because we've got something we forgot to give you. Our rookies of the year, Ashton Dickey, Tim Phelan, Seth Roy, and Nick Sheridan. Come up to the front in just a moment, but I just want to say a couple words to close off. It's been an amazing 25 plus years at Ohsweken Speedway. To come out of the pandemic as strong as we have with the car counts we have, it's been absolutely amazing. Without the support of the great teams, fans, our marketing partners, and everybody who makes Ohsweken their home, you guys are the ones who make this happen. For 2023, we're already looking to bigger and better things. The schedule's about 90% done, and we'll hope to have that released in a few weeks. But stay safe, everybody. If you need anything, let us know tonight. You have a lot of staff here and a lot of our family. Don't drink and drive. If you need a ride home, come up, see Glenn, T, me, anybody. We'll make sure you guys all get home safe. I think on behalf of our announcing staff, Greg and Adam, who do a fantastic job, everybody at G-Force and all our staff, thank you so much for supporting Ohsweken Speedway, and we'll see you again in 2023. Let's get this party going. It's time for the Healers. I need all staff outside here for Tina's yearly draw, and you might get yourself some cool prizes. All staff right outside this door right now. We'll get going. The Healers will be up in a couple of minutes.